What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cat Tools YouTube channel. I would like to say thank you to everybody who's been subscribing to our channel, and thank you to everybody who's been committed to finishing our Weldment course, this structural platform course. First of all, I would like to also, one of the things, introduce myself. If you don't know me, I'm the guy behind Cat Tools. I go by the name Max. Since you've subscribed to my channel, I assume that now we probably are friends now, or maybe we are friends. We probably are friends now, and we'll probably enjoy this Cat Tools content together. Without any waste of your time, guys, I would just like to just explain what we are looking at right now. We've been since last week. I saw a lot of people, or most people, have been paying attention to our Weldments course. This structure that you're seeing right now in front of you. I would just like to explain that this is actually a multi-body part. It's not a assembly. It's a multi-body part, and since it's a multi-body part, you actually have everything in the same part, but you can actually detail this, because the thing is, I got a lot of questions from people asking me if we can detail this. Some people wanted me to actually make a video of a detail of this thing. I know a lot of people are used to making this thing in a way of assemblies. So what they would do is they would have this one member mated to this next member here, so, and this one mated to that one, or maybe they would have their skeleton sketch and then have parts inside assembly, built inside an assembly. If you get what I mean. uh if you don't, I mean, I will probably make a tutorial of the differences at some point if you guys are interested. But I mean, I'm sure you probably are. I mean, you would want to know a lot of methods of doing things, and why you would want to choose one method instead of the other, um, and what method works better in what application. I think you'd want to know that. And I'm not saying I know it all, but this is what works better for me. But instead of having, everything, like including the kick flats here and your grating and your hand railing, I'll only have the structure, also excluding your stairway part, including its hand railing and everything that has to go with, has to go with the stairway, the access stairway. So I would only just have maybe this part as one part in Weldments when I design this kind of thing, excluding the handrails and this green structure here, and the grating and your kick flats here. I don't know what they call. Maybe somebody can just say, maybe in comment section, what they called. But from my terminologies, or not my terminology, but my industrial terminology, this is what we call it. We call this one a grating, and this one will be a kick flat, and this will be stanchions, and hand railing will be that, and then you have a structure. Okay, so guys, yes, other people asked me if we can detail this, and I said yes, we can detail this, and we can actually have either shop drawings or fabrication drawings from this. Accurate ones we can have, it's possible. I just want to show you how we can do this. But first, before I do that, I would want to just show other people that don't know maybe how you make a drawing in SolidWorks, so that they know which buttons to press and which ones, to navigate. Well, the way how you navigate your way through. Anyway, so this is what you're gonna press. You're gonna press new. Well, whatever the thing. Yeah, I think it's new. But under new, you want to press make drawing from part or assembly. So you're gonna press this one. Click that, left click, and it will probably take you to a SolidWorks standard template, and a library of them, and you can just choose which one you would want for your assembly. So I'm just going to choose any. Okay, not any, I'll just choose A1 for this tutorial. But this is just for people that, I choose the template and I press OK. You saw that. So this is just for people who are new into this design, or maybe into the software. I just want to show them where to get the templates and how to get about drawing this. But I actually want to use my own template that has my, kit tools sort of like logo. It's not even a logo, but it's like name 2D 3D, something like that. The one that I've been using for detailing. So guys, once you done clicking that and opening this, and you will see that this side, on your right hand side, you will have this models, your views popping out on your right. So you're just going to choose any view depending on whatever standard of, the standard you use. So I'm just going to choose my front view. So I click left click and then hold and then drag, and then I'm going to drop on the sheet, and then once you hover over to your left, and then you'll see that the models pops, the view pops. Yeah. Then you hover over to your top view, and then you see that the view pops, and then you go to your top right hand corner, and then your thing pops there. Yeah. And then you press escape. Yes, I wanted to do this on vocals today because I just wanted to explain. I wanted you guys to know, also maybe to actually hear my voice and know that you actually getting this information from a human being. Yeah. Anyway, so you'll see this kind of things, and then you'll see that, okay, maybe I still have my sketches here and you don't want to see that. So what you want to do is click here. So you can double click your mouse wheel. It centers the whole page, the whole sheet. You'll see if I double click my mouse wheel, it centers the whole page, does that. And then if I don't want to see the sketches, I just click here, the eye visibility off or on, whatever, and then this is the visibility of everything that's listed under whatever this thing is. So I don't want to see my sketches. I'm gonna click this one off. So you see it's selected, so it's active. So I'm gonna click it off, click, then it goes off. Then there, I don't see any sketches anymore. Good. Then we cool, right? Okay, so I'm gonna close this now. I'm gonna go to my sheet, and then we can carry on detailing this. Close. Yes, don't save. I think I already have it open. Oh no, I don't. So I'm gonna browse. I think I had it. I had my views in there already. So yeah. Sorry. Okay, the other thing, guys, one thing that I notice now is that our stairway is not where I left the previous the part 4 tutorial on. I think it was on the right, I mean on the left somewhere here. But I realized that we actually modeled this. Well, I didn't realize intentionally we modeled. If you've been following the tutorial, uh, we've been following this model very, very. If I mean, we've been modeling this thing very, very. I think I'd want I would want to say in a smarter way, because it's more of it's sort of like parametric modeling. Uh, so what we did was we made sure that so parametric modeling is a type of modeling where you would link your dimensions to the next ones, or constraints, you know. So in that way, if you change one dimension, it changes other dimensions that are relative to it. I think that's the most close explanation for what a parametric. Uh, I didn't do a Google research or maybe Google search term for that thing, but that's how I understand it. So if you change one model, if you change one dimension, it affects the other dimensions. So if I say, and it happens because you made relations, you know, you relate one dimension to the main one, second dimension to the main one, the third one to the main one, you know. So you will have one dimension that that all other dimensions are dependent on. That's what a parametric modeling, I think it is. So in this case, we actually did um, the center of our access stairway was the main controlling dimension, and other dimensions of our grating, kick flats, hand railing were linked to the center of our access stairway. So here's the dimension of that. Is the 2000 millimeters. That's 2 meters. So if you double click that, I think we had it at 1.5. So I'm gonna minus 1.5 just to show you what happens. Let me say that, double click that. I think I should say minus. Oh, numlock. And I say 500 minus 500, and then I click accept. So what I will do is I will just hide my annotation and sketches, so you see that nothing changed. But if you click here on your rebuild, something will happen. It will probably take some time because my machine is a bit slower, so it will probably take some time, a little bit of time, not too much time. You'll see what will happen. It will move with it. It should back to the previous tutorials positions, or the part 4's position. So that's what I did. I just want to show you what I did. Maybe I just want to show other people that maybe might be surprised. Oh, what happened? Why is why is this one so different to mine now suddenly? So that's what I did. I just was playing with this model and I happened to do that, and I saved and I forgot to unsave. But you can see, I mean, it's pretty much cool, guys, nah? Is it not? You can just move it to any side. I don't know if you can move it further to that side. I don't know what will happen. I don't remember what we did, but I know for sure that we did a parametric type thing where it does this kind of smart thing. So you can just move, and you don't really have to change that dimension, and that one. You just change one and everything changes. You see, that's one thing I think that can be beneficial for you guys on this tutorial. Anyway, one of the things. Probably there will be more. We'll see when we go further. So I'm gonna go back to our drawing. Uh, so yes, I think maybe I'm gonna take it back to that. I'm gonna plus a 500 there and just put it to 2000. Make it a 2000. I think I liked it there. Or 2000, 2020. So you see, guys, you don't even have to say plus here. You can just, on the dimension, you can just type the number. It's like the program knows that if there's no negative sign in front of whatever that you just added, it's a addition. So yes, 2020 is actually where the center is. I did measure it, so I'm gonna say 2020. 2020 there, 2020, and then we go hide our annotation dimensions and everything there, and then we say rebuild there by the robot or traffic light thing. Traffic light button or robot button. No, come on, bro. Okay, maybe it doesn't like that 20 because of something. Shit. Okay. I will just make it minus 20 or make it. That is crazy. So that means, but it did move somewhere. It just missed some things. There's some things you see that it's not linked well. Okay, let's see where it breaks. But I mean, we can play with this. At least our stairs, moved. That moved and everything. The stairway, the whole stairway assembly type thing moved. It's just this that didn't move and all of that. But our hand really moved. You see, our hand really moved. That moved. It's just this didn't move that. And if we had to move it this side, we would probably have to maybe add more extensions there, maybe 2 more probably, or maybe just stretch this out. Anyway, I'm going to just turn it back. I don't know why I did. Sorry, excuse me. Gonna say Control Z, Control Z. Okay, but I mean, you saw what happened. At least it's to some degree it works. To some degree it works. I mean, if you want to refine it better, you can. Or maybe if you want to see me doing that, you can just comment section there and just tell me if you want to see me doing it any better. Okay, guys. My thing is a bit slower, so please be patient with it. And like I say all the time on the introduction, I hope that you're watching this video because you want to learn. So it will take some time. My software will take some time sometimes. My machine will take some time to read things, So I hope you get to be patient with that and you get used to it for some time until I upgrade or I do something. But right now, this is what we got. But I still give you something quality. I still give you some quality stuff here. So I will just leave it at 1.5 for now. And let's go back to the drawing. It's really good. It's good. So, this is what we did on the other video I did this views. I show you guys how you get the views in here. But I mean, if you maybe have a sheet and you open a sheet and this and you try to click here and there's no views showing up here, what you have to do is click drawing and then you say model view, and then when you press that, it will show you the models that you have open, whether it's a part or a assembly, any of them. And then you just double click that, and then you'll see here this view is active, and if you hover over it, or maybe you move your mouse pointer over it for a second, it will say front view. It will pop that thing that says it's front view. It shows you what view it is that it has. So in this box that you have right here, that you see right here, that's a front view. So that's how I placed it. And when you click there, you'll see there is a front view. It's the same as that one. It's a front view. And then if you move your mouse to the right again, you see a right view. And then you move it to the top, you see a top view. To the top right hand, you see isometric view. That's how you do it. Okay. Cool. I think everybody's cool with that. I think we know that. If you didn't see that, just rewind. I'm gonna delete it, and then guys, we have to now, sorry if I became a bit louder, we have to now try to, I think, make this views a bit more visible. So your mouse wheel, double click it, I don't know. Oh. When you double click your mouse wheel, or you click here, zoom to sheet, and then it does that, it centers your sheet. That's what centers your sheet. So if your sheet maybe is moved somewhere here, you just click here, zoom to sheet, or you double click mouse wheel. You'll see if I escape. If I double click my mouse wheel, then that happens. If I want it to be zoomed to sheet, then that happens. I click that, and then yeah, that's how it happens. That's what happens. That's what it is. Okay, cool. Let's check now. We want to detail this. I don't want to waste your time, but I want you to relax as well, so that we can get to what we want to know. So when I detail this now, I want to get a section view here for our foot plates. I think that's what we need. So we have a front view, we have our top view, we have our right view, we have our ISO view. So what I would want to have as well is my footprint here, so that I can have it for my CA, for my civil arrangements, for my concrete guys who are going to build the plinths for this thing. So they want to know where to build the plinth, for what support, for what leg, for what, what kind of support. And I think also we should have maybe made this thing in an assembly showing the plinths. But I mean, we'll do it on the next tutorial. Let's just do the structures for now, just to mark the centers, of each and every base plate. I think that's also necessary. I mean, that will also be enough. I mean, if you want to, you can use your center rectangle to draw in your plinths if you want to, your concrete plinths if you want to, your slabs. Okay. Okay, so you can see here I have my center lines on also. So this is how I had my center lines. So this is what you click annotations, and you click here center line. And how do you make a center line? You click here on, it has to be a square. It has to be between two sides actually. So it will be this side. I'll click that edge, and then the next edge on this square, and there is my center line generated. If I want the center line on, maybe it was still active and I made it, I deactivated it. Anyway, if you want the center line again, you're gonna get a center line for your stairway plinths, your stairway footings there. Get a center line for them. If you want to, though, are we gonna use them? I don't know. When we detail, because I'm just gonna do a general detail, and maybe also show you how to detail parts from this. Okay, so we have our front view, our top, and our right, and our ISO view. So what we need as well is our footing. So I'm gonna click drawing, and I'll go isometric. No, section view. I go section view, but now it goes to this one, and I think I did it wrong, so I'm gonna press escape. Sorry about that. So what you have to do is select the view first. So I'm saying on this view I want to create a section view, so it's going to activate that one for the section view, and then you click the type of section that you want. If you want the angular, maybe somehow that way diagonally, you can choose the 45-degree one. If you want this somehow, I think this one is the one that you do for, you can make sections, custom sections from this thing. I'll show you maybe in the coming tutorials, but this one is going to be a standard one. So we're going to use this one that shows down, and we want it to be down, so we want to cut it right there. So you will see, select that one, there's an option here, and then my sections, you'll see my arrows are up and down now, they're no longer right to left. And here's my center line, here's my boundary, or my line, my cutting line. So I want to cut it right there, guys, right there. And then we left click, and then this pops, and then you say okay. You'll see what happens. You zoom out. Let's zoom out. So if you zoom out, you'll see that there is a view, but it shows you a view from the bottom. You want the view from the top of the section. So it's either what you do, you double click on this line right here, you double click there. If I double click, it flips the direction, or you click here, flip direction, you'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay, you see there, changed. If I flip direction, there, flip direction, there. So I want it from the top, so there it goes, top. And I'm gonna drag this line, just want to put it there. I don't want it to be too outside. Just put it there. And then you'll see that this view border has these kind of things here. These lines, diagonal lines, these kind of lines here. So, and also it's orange, so it means it's not updated. So we're gonna click this button here, rebuild, and then it will show you the updated view. There you go, you got your plate view. Now the border is blue. Now it's up to date. You'll see that. If you don't really recognize, you can just double tap back and then 10 seconds back, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It was orange, now it's the border is blue. So that means if it's blue, it's an updated, up-to-date view. You know, that's what it means. No, I mean this one is also orange, but it's up to date as well. It doesn't. It's orange. Also, it doesn't have those other lines that are here. Okay, let me just say if it's orange. If it doesn't have those other lines inside, then it's up to date. If it has those lines, then you have to rebuild. That's how you see if a view is not up to date. Okay, what I also see now is that my scale is a little bit smaller, you know, like that. So what I want to do is you click on this view. So this is the mother view, the parent view. Everything depends. Every view we generated every view right from this view, from the right from the front view. So what we're going to do is we want to change the scale of the whole thing, right? So we're going to either change the parent scale or change the sheet scale. But the parent scale will change if the sheet scale, if it's linked. I mean, the parent scale will change with the sheet scale if they're linked together. If they're not, then they won't change together. You have to link them. I will show you how. So we're gonna come here. This is what I use. I'm just gonna show you the correct method to use. I think the better method to use, because if you use this one, it tells you the sheet scale that's also written somewhere on your sheet scale. If you have a sheet scale on your borderline, you can link it somewhere, and then you say there's the sheet scale, and it says exactly what the sheet scale is for the next person who's using it, maybe on AutoCAD or 2D drawings, or you know, any other software like your DraftSide as well. Anyway, this is how you change. You right click here and you say properties, and then you say, I'm gonna say let's say 35, and see what 35 says, what 35 does. Apply changes. The other guys that are new, guys, you can use, I mean, if you don't have a sheet, you can use SolidWorks sheet. If you have your own sheet, you can use your own sheet. Just wanna throw that one out as well. You'll see that nothing changed here. We tried to change the thing and it didn't change. I think it's also because our mother is not linked to sheet scale. So use sheet scale. This is what we're gonna select. Use sheet scale. You'll see what will happen. Probably most of them will change. Yes, they did. Oh, even this one changed. Okay, so there we go. Your other scale is changed, but that's changed only because, damn, I think this one is a bit bigger, so maybe we have today a 40. So I'm gonna click that again, right click, go back, and then say 40, and then apply changes. 240. I think this one is a bit better. We'll see. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's happening. Okay, I was saying that this will these views change together only because you'll see why. This view has to be linked. It says here scale. What scale? It uses use parent scale. It uses parent scale. But you can use sheet scale as well, and also you can use custom scale. So if you change this, or maybe you linked this one to sheet scale, but these ones were custom, it wasn't going to change together if they were custom. I don't know if I should make an example of that, but you can try it, guys. You can try it out. You'll see. I don't want to waste other people's time. I just wanted to explain that thing so that we know what we're doing, so that you know why you press what button, and why am I pressing the other one, or why do you press which one, for what reasons, and all that. Okay, so I am going to have my views like this. So I have that view, and I think I also need another view here. You know what? I need the view that shows these members, the members that are supporting the grating. So what we're going to do is, I will probably have an auxiliary view of this view, of the top view. I mean, of the front view, this view. So I click this view, I select it, and I go annotation, drawing, yes, drawing, and I go auxiliary view, and it please select a reference edge to continue. So I'm gonna press this edge right here on our kick flat, and then I'm going to press control. If you press control, you'll see your view will be able to move wherever you want to place it, and you will release control, it goes back. So you have to press control and then left click where you want to place it. Left click while I held control. While I held down my control, okay? You'll see it will probably show me the view from the top, from the bottom, and it looks like it's showing me the view from the bottom. But I don't need the view from the bottom, because why would I need that? Because I already got the section view that shows me the holes and everything that I need. So I'm gonna show you how you do it. My machine is just a bit slower, guys. Sorry about that. I just need you to be patient with me. We are getting there. Please have time. Please make time. At least 2 hours. 2 hours to learn this. This thing takes time, guys. It takes a lot of time to learn these things. And there's mistakes that you do that you might have to fix sometimes. There's delays every time. So I'm not making an excuse of my software or my machine capabilities, but I'm just saying, like, in general, that what happens. I mean, people who are in the industry already, they know. Even if you have the best method, sometimes some shit just goes on. Okay. So I'm gonna double click that. You see, it's pointing from the bottom, so it's looking from the bottom. That's why you're seeing that from the bottom. Okay. So I'm gonna double click on it. Double click, and then it changes the perspective. It looks from the top. Now we're looking from the top. But what I want to do is hide the grating. So I'm gonna click on the grating, right click, I click on the grating, left click, I select it, and then I right click and I say go show or hide, and I hide body. Or you know what you can do? You can click, control, hold, click, click, and then right click, and then go hide body. Then you hide body, and it hides all those bodies, and you see all your members. That's what we want as well. Okay. But somebody might ask, okay, I see all that cool shit, all that cool stuff, all that, I see that. How do we get our list? How do we get our BOM? How do we get our list of materials? How do we know what we have here, what material is here, what the length is here, and what profiles are this? What size of the channel is this? What size of pipe did we use here to make this hand railing and extensions, and what is this plate here? All that. Some people call it a list, and some people call it a BOM. Okay, so BOM is like a bill of materials. It's the same, it's a list. A bill is like a list. That's what it is. So how do we generate that? So we're gonna click our any view actually, but I like to select my ISO view. So I'm gonna select my ISO view, and I'm gonna go annotation, and I go tables, click the drop down arrow, then you go bill of materials. Okay, there's this as well, a Weldment cut list. You can use a Weldment cut list if you only have a structural weldment in there. It's perfect for that. But if you have structural weldments and parts like your extrudes, your base plates, your sheet metal, your extruded volumes, then you use bill of materials in a multi-body part. So now we're going to say bill of materials. Say select a drawing view to specify the model for creating a bill of materials. Okay, then I'm going to select that view. It wants me to select the view. It's going to select that view. And then here it says, you see, if this thing was an assembly, it was going to be top level only. So I was going to say probably top level only. Yeah. And it was going to show me what's in there as assemblies. But now I want, if I say pass only, we'll see, guys. Probably these two, they're pretty much similar to me, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I just gamble on them. Okay, but I'm gonna say indented because I feel like this one, and I'm say detail numbering, maybe I've never did that, but let's try that. And I'm say okay. Oh no, this is not what we need. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this. See that cross, click on that, and then it shows you, it opens that tree again, that that window again, that thing, and then you just say maybe parts only. I think so. Let's do that. Oh no, it doesn't take it. Okay, let's say here detail cut list. Then it gives you everything. Now if you say detailed cut list, you see it gives you everything. We tried it, we worked on it, we got it, now we're there, right? And then say you want to make this list a little bit shorter. Maybe these things, you see, like there's a lot of space above and below the text, and this thing is too long. So you have all this selected like this. You'll see if I select it, it will be like that, but you have to click that cross again, that cross, and it selects everything. And then you're gonna drag one line, any line. You see, if I hover over any line, it does that drag. It gives you the permission to drag. So I'm gonna drag up, make it shorter, and then it's gonna make everything shorter. Release, then it does that. Okay. Then I'm gonna drag my bomb, put it at the corner somewhere there. Snaps. It snaps. And I'm gonna take my view, maybe put it somewhere there. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, guys, here we are. Now, if you were asking if you can do this, now you know that you can. There's 82 members, 82 single parts in here. 82. 82. And if you want to see what member is what, this is what you do. This one doesn't really show. What is that? But now you see in here, you don't have no description. You only have quantities. You just need a description. You need a description. We don't need a part number, because in here we don't use a part number. It's a multi-body part. So if it was a assembly, then we were gonna have part numbers in here, different parts inside this assembly. So we don't need a part number. I'm gonna delete this one. Right click, delete column. Then we good. I'm just gonna move it to the left. Snap. I want it to snap. I mean, if you want to snap, sometimes here are the icons, table positions, so you can click that. Let's see. I don't know why it's not working now. It's probably just acting because, you know, I'm in front of people now. But normally it works. Normally it works. Okay. Not gonna waste time on that, guys. You'll see sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like now, I don't know why it doesn't work. Doesn't want to work. Okay, now we have all that. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna now fill in this information? You know what this thing is, name it up like we name our parts. We're gonna right click, open that. I think you saw that. If you want to open a model from a drawing, you can even open it from a BOM sometimes. You know, you can right click here and say open. You see open structure, that. It will open this because it will open everything here in this case, because everything is one part. But if you have assemblies, an assembly is going to open that assembly that you clicked, that you're trying to open. So I'm just going to right click on this one, and it says here open part, open part assembly, open part O1 structure as LDP part. So yeah, SolidWorks part. There you go, opened it. Now you scroll up and then you say, you go to your cut list there, drop down, and then you come here, you go down there. That's your cut list there, and that's your plate. So what we want to do, we want to say measure this plate. It's a 320 length. If you can see, my shortcut, guys, key for measure is M. So I'm just gonna press my shortcut. But if you want to now measure this thing, you're gonna click the edge. For people who don't know, and then you go evaluate, and then you click that tape measure, that one, measure, and then you see you'll get that dimension there, 320. And then you click on the other one, check 320, and then 20. So this body, where is it? There is 320 by 320 by 10 by 20. So we're gonna right click, go properties, and then we have to put in the description in there. So you're gonna drop down the arrow and then select the description, and you want text in here, and we're gonna say 320 by 320 by 10 thick, or let's say 10 plate. Okay, or let's say base plate, base plate. Do we have everything? Yes, we have everything in here. So let's try and see. Let's go back and check if it's in there. I hope it is. It should be. If it's not, then we'll try and see what other plan can we try to do. It looks like it's there. Oh, this one is the old one that I did when I was testing, but where is that thing? There it is. There it is. There it is. 320 by 320 by 10. So that's how you add your information in there. Okay. Okay. Now you know. So we're gonna open it again and go to the other one. You see this one, I already renamed it. I was just testing when I was doing this, just checking if it's possible, because somebody did ask me on Instagram that if it's possible to detail this, and I knew that it was possible, but I also wanted to just be prepared for you guys to just make sure that cause it's been a while since I did this since I've been in SolidWorks. I actually most of the time now use Inventor, AutoCAD, DraftSite most of the times, on my daily activities at work. But you check, if you want to know all that as well, if you want to, you can just let me know. I can make tutorials on that. I do have a few I think 2 tutorials on AutoCAD as well. So if you're interested in that, guys, you can just holla at me. I will make some tutorials on that as well. So you're gonna drop down here and say description, and then what is that plate? It's a bracing plate, but we needed to measure it first. So I'm just gonna click OK. I'm gonna take the overalls. So overall, I'll take that dimension. This dimension here is 300. You'll see, I'll show you how to do that dimensioning thing, guys, how to do the measure thing. but my shortcut is the M. So there is dimension. And I think maybe I should be teaching you guys how to 280, how to do the how to make your own shortcuts. I think I should be teaching you that, because my videos now take a long time because I'm trying to teach people step by step, you know. But I think maybe if I do the shortcut way, it will be easier and they will be faster and they will be quicker for other people as well. So I saw it was 300 by 280 by 10, I think, if my memory is good. Plate. And then yes, click OK. And then you can open your drawing from your model as well. You know that. I'll show you how as well. So we have another one. There is in. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. Okay. Okay. But now I know somebody might be like, okay, I see this ones. You can just type in there what it is. But how about these ones? How long? How about these members? How long will you know how long this thing is? How will somebody know how long this thing is? You know. So I want you to check this, guys. Oh yeah, no, we don't know how long it is because we don't have a length column. So we're gonna right click here and then say insert to the right, column to the right, and then we want property and say custom property, and then we say length. See, it should just give you the length of everything now. Then they just pop there, everything that has length. But if it's a plate, it's not going to give you a length for a plate. Like these plates you see there, the ones that we just renamed, they don't have lengths. But anything that's either a pipe, anything that's done under Weldment's features is going to have a length. You'll see that. And quantities, you have all that, you know. And then if you want to maybe make it say you want to make it 0 decimal places, so you just click on a space there to accept whatever that you just did, guys, and then that box will go away, and then you just come in. Let's go to options. We want to make our dimensions to 0 decimal places. So we're gonna go options, and then we say document properties, and we say units there, document properties, units, and then you say you'll see here you have your like 1, 2, 3. You don't want that, so you want 0, right? So let's go to none. We don't want nothing. And I mean, if you are somewhere in Europe or somewhere, you'd use inches and all of that. You can use your own, your own metric systems. But I use millimeters where I am, so I'm gonna use that. And then I accept, click OK, and then our dimensions will be sorted. There we go. Then we have all numbers. We have numbers now. We can see numbers that we can read. By the way, it shifted this thing. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. So I want my bomb to be somewhere on the corner there. Oh man, why are you doing that? There you go. So guys, I don't know. I mean, do you want me to do that now? Add all everything? Okay, maybe we should. Maybe I should, because so we're gonna add more plates. Let's see which ones we didn't rename. We renamed that one, and we need this one. So everything that says cut list, you'll see cut list item, 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 cut list item. It doesn't have a name. It's all those things that are in your BOM list that don't have names. You'll see. So this is how you open your drawing from models. You right click here and then say open drawing, and I think you can also right click on it and say open drawing. Right click on it and say open drawing. Then you can open the drawing that you have saved, or maybe that you have open, that's reference to it. So all of these that you see empty, and you can see even here you have the folder icon on them, is the same thing that you see. So I'm gonna right click, open again, my sketch, back to my sketch, my model. You'll see all those icons, they match those ones that you see on your cut list, on your BOM. So everything that still has the folder icon has to be renamed to something, so that it can be shown, it can be seen in your BOM. Okay, so you can rename it whatever you want to call it in your BOM. It's that one as well. It's that one as well. So, and that one. Okay, let's measure this one. 350 by, and I saw that part, guys. I will fix it. Okay, if you want me to fix it, I'll fix it. I'll make it look better. Probably this is 815, so I'll just say 215. I'll say 350 by, yeah, 350 by 215. But you can fix it as well. You know how? I don't want to do it now though, but we will try. We will fix it. Okay. But it looks cool, does it not? It looks like it's chamfered there. It's like it's chamfered, like it's not a sharp edge. 350 by 215 by 10. Let's see. Properties. Right click properties, and we add description, and we say 315 by 215 by 10 plate. And then we go to the next one, measure from there to there. It's 8264 by 270. See, 278. 240 for 248. Sorry. 248 by. I'm not writing this down. Man. 264. 248. 264. 248. 264. 248. 264. 248. 264 by 248 by 10 plate. And then we go click that one, you'll see it will highlight it. There it is. And then we say, even when you click here, guys, you'll see your dimension will show somewhere down there. So it's 242, 243 by 166. 243 by 166. I think so. If I got it wrong, 243 by 166. 166 by 10 plate. And then here's another one. This one will be 252 167. 252 167. Two five two by 167. Guys, if you feel like this is wasting your time, please skip forward to where maybe we done doing this and we are actually detailing. But right now, I mean, some people don't know this, so I mean, if you know it, then it is what it is. You can just move forward. But if you don't know it, then I suggest that you stick with us here while we do this. I'm not sure why it did not update it there. This rebuild. This is strange. Description. This is strange. This is strange. Let me see. I just wanna go and check the drawing. So you can right click on there and open the drawing. Just wanna see if this thing is actually reflecting on our bomb. And how am I going to see it? I'm just going to bubble it up and then match the bubble with my table. Here it is. Just want to see if number one, the top of the, this is crazy, hey? Let's see something here. You know, it's going number one. Why? I think it's because it's me see. Check here. Oh yeah, it's number 1 because see, this is the same part, but here it marks it as 82. Yeah, we got it right, 82, but the other one is number 1. So what you do is you right click on it, you say properties, and then you say link balloons text to specified table. Then we say bill of materials 1. So you click this one, you have to activate it so that you can change and link it to this table. Otherwise it's still seeing it as, you see it says 1 there because our first table, if you were paying attention, that small table that we got at the beginning when we importing the table, it was a structure and the item number was 1. It was a structure 01 dash structure in description, and it had item number 1 and quantity 1. That was for assembly. But now that we went to indented or fully detailed parts, it still shows you as number 1 because it's still linking it to that previous table and not the current one. So you have to make sure that it's linking it to the current one. Even if you don't have that table anymore, it still sees it as that one because that's what it began with. So you have to come in here and update it and make sure that whatever that this table or whatever that's in here, it's linked to the relevant table. Okay, that's how you make it relevant. That's how you make sure that each and everything or whatever thing is linked to a relevant table. This is how you link them. A table with a view. Okay, you link a table with a view using the drawing view properties. Okay, cool. And then you'll see it will change it to 82 now. It sees it as 82 now. So our part 82 is cool. We can carry on. Still got a long way to go, but maybe we'll be fast. That one was done. Okay, can we go into the next one? Which one is this one now? Oh, those are the threads. That's a stack rating. So we're gonna say properties, stack rating, stack rating. Yes. And then we go to the next one. I think it's this one. Or it's the small gray. It's these ones, these gratings. I'm gonna call it grating 01. And then the other one, I think, is this one here. The thing is now it won't show it because this color is already blue. But you see it's there. It's this one. It's this item here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was selecting the wrong one. I think I selected the wrong ones. This is not grating. This is what? Let's see the body. Oh no, this is not grating. This is footing plate. Okay, and we also need, I think, to trim this. This is not grating. This is stairway footing. footing. Let's go. Okay, this is how you also see, guys. I just forgot, but you can just click on the bodies mirror and then you see which bodies are those ones. So it's this one, 200, 200 by 275, 276, 200 by 276. So you'll see it's 4 bodies in there, so it will item them as it will it will give you 4 quantities in your BOM. Just forget this number now. 276. by 200 by I think 10. Plate. Then we go to the next one. I mean, if this is a long route, guys, please, anybody should just shout and say maybe they have a shorter route to do this. 433, 150, 433, 150, 433 by 150 by 10, I think. But if I got it wrong, this is not for a project. You must get your project one right. If I got the thickness wrong, I mean, I should be paying attention, but I'm just showing you guys how to do this, okay? But take this seriously because, I mean, it's important. You need to know how to do this. So that's for your this place. Now, what's that? 220 by 80 by 10, I think. 220 by 80 by 10. 220 by 80 by 10. 220 by 80 by 10. 220 by 80 by 10 plate. Just gonna do that. You can name it whatever you want. I just like to make renaming simple for me. This is your ball. No, not your balls. I almost say something. This is those, round things that you see there, right? Okay, I'm not sure what I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna call them round steels. Round steel. Yeah, some round steel. Round steel. I don't know what they call those joints. I'm not sure what they call. Somebody, if they know, if you guys know, please put a thing in your comments there. Say what it is, please. Educate me. I'm also helping you here, so please help me as well. I'm not perfect. I started with a high voice because I wanted to to charm you, and now we're here, and I'm on low voice because I'm not really used to talking, and that's why I always do my videos on no voice. But now I thought maybe I should be explaining this to you. I thought maybe it's important that I explain this thing, guys, to you so that you know what it is, okay? So that you know what it is. So that at least I think it helps if there's prompts so that you know what I'm intending to do. 160 by 160. What? 130 by 60. Okay, 130. I mean, so that you also know that you're not talking to a robot. You 160 by 130 by 60. You're talking to a normal human being. 130 by 60 by 10. I'll just say 10. I'm just gonna say 10 because I think it's 10, but we can measure it. I'm sure I made it 10 here. Yep. Okay, we got our that. So everything, you can rename everything in here. So we left with how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So let's just rename those ones quickly and then we'll be done. We can move on. Still the same sizes but different ones. So by and the thing is, I know you would want them to be the same throughout, but in this case, unfortunately, because they are rotated somehow, they have to be. I mean, I'm sure you can make them that way, but if you get what I mean, guys, I mean, now we're doing the same plate twice, right? When it was supposed to be adding up to the previous ones and make one quantity. You see this, it's 16 plus. So in your bomb, you're gonna see 16 by 60 by 10 and another one 16 by 60 by 10. You're gonna see two of them. I will think about that. I will think about how we can make these things one and just combine them, make them one, or maybe we will probably have to do some patterning somehow. But I think the way he does that is the reason he does that is because this is the same as that, but the orientation is not the same. So it doesn't see it as the same body. It sees it as two different bodies. But also it's because we modeled it that way, you know. So I will try to think of other ways of making it one part. I can see one problem there that maybe some people might be like, but I mean, it repeats the same thing. Yes, it repeats it, but it's different orientation. I mean, these ones you can see you have 8 of them. 2 4 6 8. There's your 8. Because it's a mirror of the same thing, you know. Even so, if those ones we made a mirror on them, we did mirror them, or we did pattern, it was gonna be the same thing. 75 by what? 200 by 10. 75 by 200 by 10. This is a 10. Right click. 75 by 200 by 10. 200 by 75 by 10. Plate. Just gonna say that. I don't want to complicate it, okay? You can name it whatever you want to name it. That's that grating now. The main grating, I think. Or do we have one grating as one part body? Nah, that's that grating. Grating 1. Grating 1. Or main grating, you can say that if you want to, because the biggest one. And then you say grating 2. There's 1, and then you say grating 3. Yeah, 2. Grating 2. Grating 2, and then you say If I miss a spelling there, guys, please just bear with me. I'm not really rating 3. Oh, now there's a. Oh, now we have kick flat. You see, we have everything, guys. Everything is in there. Okay, everything is in there. So we have our kick flats now. Here's a kick flat, kick flat. Cool. So now let's go back to our bomb and see what's up there. Right click and then open drawing. Open drawing. Now our bomb is full. Our list is full now. See, no gaps. Only the gaps on the lengths where the lengths are not valid. Okay. So now somebody will like, okay, but I see that. I see that, but are you sure that these lengths are the correct lengths? Can we test that? And I say, sure, yes. Let's look for item number 1, where it is. Click that arrow. Oh, no. Click that arrow, yes. And then you click that column. And then it's going to show on probably highlight number 1, but no, it didn't. Okay, that's because I think probably because it's a single part. But number 1 sequentially when we started I think with this upright members. So that should be our number 1. So I'm gonna click B. Okay, not B. Let me just show you. This way you get a bubble. Okay, but I'm gonna click B next time because that's my shortcut. So there's number 1. But now, how sure are you this is number 1? You want maybe extra information, you can just click that and then say the type of bubble that you want. Let me check. I'm not sure what quantity. No, I don't want that. I want item number. Let's say 2 characters. Okay, 1 character. Okay, if you want quantities there, you can click that, say quantity. But there's another bubble, man. Oh, I think it's in here. Let's just check other bubbles. There's a special bubble that I want to show you guys that's very helpful. Hexagon, not a box, not a box, not a diamond, pentagon, not a pentagon, circular split line, I think is this one, yes. So this one, you see, it shows you the item number on top, and then it shows you quantities at the bottom, or at the bottom here. So you'll see, like, if you go to your BOM, you have item number 1 selected and the length, and you also have the quantities. Oh, we need the material column as well, right? So let's add the material column, right? And then we go material, and then we click that, and then we accept, and it should just add our material there. But how do we make this? You double click there, it should just maybe double click there. Yeah, you double click that other side, and your thing is gonna be cool. So you have your carbon steel there. There, now you have your material. Okay, I mean, if you want to add surface protections and all of that, you can add that. I will probably show you how to add those properties or make your own properties in the coming tutorials. Tutorials. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead, guys. We done with our bomb. I'm sure some of y'all now are probably logging off and they done because they know how to detail, and now they're good. They know how to pull out the information. Maybe I should have started actually with detailing first and not this bomb type thing. But anyway, if you still stuck around and you still want to see how we detail this, I'll carry on. Probably I just hope my retention time doesn't decrease from here, because I know a lot of people just wanted to see that, if you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to okay, I'm going to just have my grade here. Okay, I can just detail this thing like this, just with a grid. Just make your grid. Okay, just make your grid, and then you have your centers of your columns. Oh man, all hell broke loose. There you go. There you go, center lines. Are you finding my tutorials enjoyable, guys, so far? Whoever has been watching the course, who's been following the course, how you finding it? Please let me know, guys. Just say something in the comment section. I don't bite. I don't really have a problem with people. I actually love people. So just comment. Just say something. What do you think about these tutorials that I'm making? Do you want to see anything else? Why are you struggling? You know, um, sometimes some people uh, would want to have the bold centers, but for me they're not important in this case, because I want the center of the planes for the civil people to have their planes, and this will always be on the center in my understanding. Okay, if they welded everything on center right here, what the civil guy needs is just the centers of their planes. So I'm just gonna dimension that on this view. Just make it dimensions for the centers of the planes, like that. So you go smart dimensions. So we have 1.3 length, and then it's at 2.5. That one is at 2040. That one is there. Relative to that one is there. And then this one right there, we get this one right there. I mean, you can dimension according to your understanding. If you want to do the center of the bolts, you can do that. But in this tutorial, I'm just going to do it like this, because I feel like this is more efficient. This is more making sense for the civil people. This is just a civil view for where the planes are going to be located to put this thing on. That's all. Just select it, all of it, and then you drag down to move your dimensions. If you want to select all, move. If you want to drag, okay, now we go. Now we can move to what? Now we can move maybe to detailing, or maybe bubbling up. I don't know what you guys want to do. Dimensioning the rest. Okay, now that we're here, guys, I think we set up. So we set up with the views. We set up with that. We set up with knowing how to put the bubbles. We set up with knowing how to put the dimensions, how to put the second view, how to hide views in order for you to be able to see what's underneath there. You know how to make section projected, auxiliary views, I think, or not? Yeah, projected and auxiliary views. Auxiliary views. Cool. So I'm gonna take a break a little bit, and the video is not ending. It will probably still follow. I'm just gonna take a break and then I'll continue in 2 seconds.